everyone to poppin' often will often. Today we're going to be looking at siegharts' 4th job prime night. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this guide. I know it, man. This is one of those. I know it. If you guys want to be notified when more guides do drop, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you are notified when it does drop. And for those of you who wanted to see me have a regular scheduled stream, once we reach our Patreon goal, look in the description below. We will have regular streams, regular scheduled streams almost every single day. So I'm looking forward to that. If you want to help support the channel and help reach that goal, the link is down below. I mean, I'm ready. I'm hyped. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's start with the basics. Man, I know you guys been asking for this. All right, so the basics are Z. Per usual, you have C over, which is that, your little soul break. Soul break. Then you have dash Z. Then you have dash up Z. Then you have dash Z down. Then you have up Z. Then you have up down Z. Then you have up right Z. This class sucks. It doesn't have anything. Just kidding. Alright, so what you want to know about this class is that it works with something called just frames. What are just frames? But pretty much just frames are things that it's one frame that you have to hit the, well, it might not be one frame. Some of them are so easy to hit. It feels like it's more than one frame, but we're gonna assume it's one frame. And that frame, you have to hit the attack button before it goes away, or else you're gonna miss the JF. So what does a JF look like? I will try to freeze it for you guys. Shiny blue light, that's where you would hit your button. That's what the JF would look like. If you do hit it, you get that. See? If you don't hit it, you just keep doing that. And honestly, sometimes you don't want a JF. It really depends on what you're doing. But almost every move that he has turns into a JF, including his abilities. But we'll talk about his abilities later. So now that we learned the basics, this is going to be the tips and tricks portion. So I'm going to go over every single move that has a JF in it, and then we will demonstrate it. So we have the dash JF that we discussed. We have the slide JF that also leads into a dash. You could dash 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Same thing with the slide, as you see. 1, 2, 3. So you got 1, 2, 3 out of the dash. You got 1, 2, 3 out of the slide. You also have a JF here. If you could keep hitting it, he'll keep spinning. Never really something that I bothered to care about putting a lot of info into. Well, not info, but a lot of effort into. I never used it. But yeah, you can keep pressing it just like that, and he'll just keep going and going and going and going. Then you also have the dash Z, or the down Z. You can stop yourself in the air, as you see. I can pop myself up, or you can let him go. And when you let him go, you can actually see there's another JF at the ground, and if you click it, he'll do a backflip. So I'm trying to get it. I don't see it. I think they took it away. He used to have one where you drop like that, and then you would do a backflip. And then you can JF right after. It was sick. But it looks like they took it away. Why? Why would you take that away? What was the purpose of that? Come on, KOG. That kind of hurts my soul a little bit. Yeah. I've tried it for a few minutes here now, and he doesn't have that backflip anymore. If there's a Sieghart player that actually knows that it's still there, let me know. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it visually, and I'm not getting it through just the feel of the command. It's just not there. I've tried every moment that he lands, and it's just not there. So hopefully maybe I'm just missing it. I hope I'm just missing it, and that thing's still there, because that's one of the coolest ones. You can actually juggle if you do that, and go back, and go back. The only issue is with the practice tool, the practice mode, there's no delay. She just falls. So it's a little bit harder to pull it off in here, but you can pull it off in an actual game. You would just slide, go back, slide, go back, slide, go back, like that. Okay? If you want to learn how to do it, I would just, go into practice mode and just continue to try to just do that. I'll just lead into a grab, something like that. Okay, so now that we got the basics of that, when we're JFing, we want to confuse and we want to mix it up. Mix it up with your slides, mix it up with your dashes. Don't just do the 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3s. Do the 1, 2, 3s if you're somewhere over here, If you're okay, they're camping right there, I got to get over. You can hit them with the 1, 2, 3s if you want. But you're not really looking for the 1, 2, 3s. You're looking for the 1, 2 slides, 2, 3 slides. You're looking to really throw them up. You're really looking to just blender them everywhere. One thing to also note is the way that Prime Night works on platforms. although his slash doesn't show it, he actually does clear an entire portion. As you see, I slash over here. If they're right there, they still get hit. So let me put it right there, and we'll see. You see how she still gets hit? Let's put it right there. See how she still gets hit? Whenever you're dealing with like platforms that go up and down, whenever you're dealing with terrain that goes up or down like a hill, like a slope, those are things that can extend his like slash. So even if I slash from here, you would assume that the slash would only hit up there because that's where I'm slashing, but it actually hits there too. See? So just kind of always keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that you can do stuff like that. If you time it, you can, you know, JF into the other side. I mean, there's a lot you can do, and that's what separates a good Prime Knight with a bad Prime Knight, is knowing how to do all of that, all of the map, using everything to your advantage. A lot of people think Prime Knight is broken, but I don't. Prime Knight is very, very easy to deal with. All you do is jump attack. You wait for him to end his dash, and you jump attack. You wait for him to end his slide, you jump attack, and you'll stop him. The thing is, though, when a Prime Knight is good at the game, they're going to confuse you. There's a fixed distance of how far he slashes, but if a Prime Knight's good, you're not going to know. You're not going to know how far he's going to go. And that's what makes Prime Knight a pain. Now let's talk about his skills. Each skill has a JF in its own. So we'll talk about the skills without the rage and the skills with the rage, okay? So we have the rage here, or no rage. Okay, that's the JF for the first bar. That's the JF with the second bar. His JF for his third bar. And now we're going to do his JF for his rage bars, okay? That's his first bar. That's his second bar. There's actually also a JF in his combo, I forgot to mention. So what you want to do is you want to Z, 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 and then press over for the critical, and then you could JF right there. You see the light? I actually forgot to mention that, but you could do that too. And that's his third bar, rage. So that one is actually kind of harder to see. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but once you get it down, those JFs really matter, and he's all about it. He's all about his JFs. He's all about hitting those things. So that's the things to kind of remember. If you're going to play Sieghart, you have to JF. You have to learn how to JF. You want to mix up your slides and your dashes and your slashes. Mix it all up. You know, don't do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mix it up. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 17. What? And then you want to do his JFs for his abilities as well. Sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes you rather just lead into a dash, and sometimes you just rather your ability not JF. That's okay, but you still need to learn how to do it. Another thing is flash stepping. So if I'm trying to get over here, but I don't want to start my JF here because maybe someone's spamming. Back in the day, it'd be Siren, right? The Siren, Amy, would be like doing her auto right there. And when you're doing that, you don't really want to come in and start JFing right here because she'll hit you. What you would do is you would flash step to get in the vicinity, and you start JFing down here. So as an example, you flash step over, and you see I'm already over there without actually having to do it this way, where I'm just running and I slide, and I'm vulnerable for that moment. Another way that flash step is useful is sliding. So if you flash step slide, you're going to be sliding pretty far. Look at that. You can kind of JF in place. See what I mean? So once again, really up to what you make of this job. It is so versatile, and if you become, like, create your own type of Prime Knight, right? Do your own thing. It's very, very skill expressive. So do your own thing. If you guys enjoyed, as I said, subscribe if you want to see more. And if you guys want to see regular streams of me leveling my characters, me PvPing, and even other games sometimes, that Patreon link down below is where you want to go. Once we reach our goal, I'll be having regular streams at a set time every day. So if that's something you guys want to see, Patreon's your best bet. I appreciate any and all support. Until next time, you know what I always say, thank you for what? Popping often, will often.